It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Salt Lake City as the Jazz go up against the San Antonio Spurs. Checking out the Spurs, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. And guys, you think about it, in a lot of ways the San Antonio Spurs are the league's model franchise. Despite the small market, relative lack of media attention, all they do, Shaq, is
win, win, win no matter what. You look at the coaches and executives that got hired away from San Antonio area. The Spurs organization is like a tree whose branches are spreading throughout the league, and the chlorophyll is just igniting all the other teams and all the other GMs to just flow.
That's a magical analogy.
Like flowers.
It's magical the way you described that.
Thank you.
I'm not feeling that. That's a copycat league. They got to stop doing that. There's other people that could do a good job other than Spurs. Not saying the Spurs don't do a good job.
So you don't like the Spurs?
No, I don't like them being copycat and everyone's to be exactly like them.
We're blossoming.
You know, they win 50-plus games every year, but you don't have to copycat.
Really, it's like this.
Ernie, you see this cup?
Yes.
Watch when I pour water and hear what happens. You see how the plant just blossoms? And it's keep growing.
It's like Shaq and the Beanstalk.
Shaq and the Beanstalk. And stop. I want it to stop right there. You see that? I'll just move it right over here. See that little flower?
Oh.
That's what the Spurs are.
It provides a nice touch for the set
yes,
here.
Thank you.
It really
Appreciate
does.
it.
There's other teams that do
Kenny doesn't want to play this game. Kenny is not impressed.
You're not impressed by the chlorophyll?
I'm impressed by the magic show you just put on, but I'm not impressed by everybody has to get a Spur guy.
There are only so many to go around.
I'll tell you.
Kevin Harlan, you got the call.
The crowd is coming here to Vivint Smart Home Arena, Salt Lake City, Utah, to cheer on their Jazz. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. The Utah Jazz coming to this one following a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And that does your confidence guys no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
And the big problem, they got trigger happy. Shot a very low percentage from beyond the arc.
Yeah, I agree. It seemed like they were very dependent from the three-point stripe, and it made things way too easy for the defense.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Spurs, Murray and Green team up to make the backcourt. Skilled tandem of Leonard and Aldridge at the 3 and the 4. And it's Gasol at the 5 down low. Deep 2 from Murray. Doris should be quite a battle tonight. 2 terrific front courts. What do you expect to see?
Well, I'm really curious to see the level of physicality on the interior in the painted area, each side trying to impose its will upon the other. Who does the better job invading the space and contesting shots? Just don't invade my space over here, Mr. Harlan. Keep to your side of the table, will you?
I wouldn't think of it. I would not think of it. Dishes to Leonard. Clock at 6. The kick out to Aldridge.
Man, they had high hopes for a fast start. They get out of the gates 0 for 4.
Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got it, the fast break chance. Here's Favors. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, just excellent use of the shot fake, Kevin. Derek Favors has put a lot of work into this. He's become very effective getting the guy to commit.
First free throw is good.
Well, Derek Favors has always gotten a lot of credit for his defensive abilities, but to me, his offense has come such a long way since he came out of Georgia Tech.
And so Favors nails both of them. And Favors a good post threat. Dorsey can hit that hook shot with either hand.
And the footwork serves him well in the pick and roll. Even when the help is there, this guy can maneuver and create his own shot around the rim.
No good from Gasol.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And it's Mitchell missing. For San Antonio, they've gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Green, the pass to Leonard. The Spurs rebound. Gasol kicks to Green. Another shot. And the layup good by Leonard.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now, here's Rubio. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
Well, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
Murray with it, covered by Rubio. Outside, Green. Outside, Leonard. Gasol, a screen on Crowder. Here's Leonard, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Here's Mitchell. Had a tough time getting going against the Thunder. He was a non-factor in that game. Favors with a screen on Green, and the foul called on Danny Green. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Rubio. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it to Crowder. This one for 3. That one, no good. Great D that time from Leonard. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Kawhi Leonard, the only player other than Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon to be an all-star starter. Greg win the Defensive Player of the Year and win a Finals MVP award.
And Kevin, I think it's fair to say that's some lofty company to be in. You know, you're worried with the retirement of Tim Duncan. With the Spurs, go through a lull, and they found another two-way superstar to kind of build their team around, much in the same in terms of mannerisms as a Tim Duncan.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
That one drops. He ties it up. And a major renovation completed by the Jazz at the team's expense, over $110 million, Doris, to bring this 25-year-old facility up to date.
Well, everyone will benefit, right? New locker rooms for the players, better seating and suites for the fans, a new outdoor atrium that includes a solar roof. Even those who can't get into the game benefit. Large screens will broadcast the game to fans who are in the outdoor plaza. How cool is that?
Rubio against Green. Gobert the screen. Here's Mitchell. And the rejection by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Rubio with a wide open look. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. In the corner, Murray with it. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Wow, hats off to him for making that one. You can't find a much tougher shot than that.
Here's Mitchell. He's covered by Murray. There's the feed to Gobert. Rubio against Green. Crowder from outside. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, so quick off the pass. I mean, Crowder timing that shot perfectly, staying one step ahead of the defense.
Now here's Murray. Covered by Rubio. Gasol against Gobert. A nice shot by Gasol. Gasol's got his first basket of the night.
And the long arms that Gasol has is what allows him to drop dunks on defenders. What a powerful force close to the rim.
And the wide open shot from Green. Drains the three-pointer.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Now here's Rubio. He's covered by Murray. Here's Gobert. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
The Spurs have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Murray kicks to Green. Right side Aldridge. Gasol against Gobert. Here's Aldridge. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And LaMarcus Aldridge really possesses tremendous shooting touch when you consider this guy's basically a 7-footer. And he's increasing that range. Last season, up over 40% from 3.
It's his first trip to the line.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
The first free throw is good. And Aldridge doesn't shoot a ton of threes, yet he still earns his keep in that mid-range.
Yeah, on that left block, back to the basket, and with his size, that turnaround, Jay, is just about unstoppable.
And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
I tell you, as good as he is at the line, it allows him to invite contact when he's down low.
Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Favors in the post. Aldridge is covering, and that one's good by Favors.
Well, I think at this point, he's proven, Derek Favors, that you've got to respect his mid-range. He is capable when given room.
Aldridge with a screen on Rubio. The kick out to Aldridge. Over Favors, and Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Murray.
You like how he uses his height there.
No, exactly. I mean, you're talking about surveying the defense and cashing in with the gorgeous mid-range.
Now here's Gobert. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there. Well, there's no consistency from the field in this quarter. We'll see if he can get his shot going.
Shot from the wing. Not enough on that one as it misses.
This has been absolutely brutal. Missed every shot this quarter. He needs to keep his head up and keep working.
Here's Leonard. The shot, no good. And it's Utah the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
Both these teams are beneficiaries of tremendous coaching. Both have high hopes for the season. I expect to see a chess match tonight.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
Well, certainly it wasn't their best night shooting the basketball. What you have to do is now put it aside and get focused for the next one.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Parker with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Gay dishes to Laverne, and Laverne throws it down.
I'll tell you, it was the sharp passing that led to that shot. Terrific teamwork.
Exum passes to Udo. Nice ball movement by Utah. Exum kicks to Udo. On the wing, Ingles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over to the left wing. Yarebko can't get it to go.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Doris, we're always talking about players developing their skill sets. What do you think is the hardest skill to develop as a broadcaster?
I think for me, the hardest skill to learn was to learn how to relax, to have fun, to not be anything but your most authentic self, because I think the viewer picks up on it. If you're forcing things, if you're trying to be another broadcaster that perhaps you like to emulate. So I'd say that was the hardest thing.
I always say broadcasting a basketball game is like a running conversation between two people because there's so much scoring and the rhythm and the flow of the game just lend itself to that.
At its best, you're 100% correct.
Free throw, good, Anderson. Both shots good from the stripe.
And the Spurs last season, how about setting the all-time record for consecutive winning seasons with 20? This is a group that's won 50 or more games in every one of those seasons except the strike-shortened one in '99.
Udo with the ball, defended by Laverne. Udo dishes to Exum. A floater. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Gay. And David Aldridge spoke with Quinn Snyder. David?
Thanks, Kevin. He said, look, all they talked about before this game was defense. Going up against one of the best offensive teams in the league, he said, it's a challenge that we embrace. Nobody can do it by themselves. It's got to be a collective effort. No hero ball on offense either. Guys, we'll see if they can put the brakes on them. It's never easy. Back to you.
Great, David, thanks. There are some weapons they have to contain today, and Coach let his guys know it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of question as to what you have to do to be successful against this team. You've got to clamp down on D.
I think game prep is a little different when you're facing these guys. All the focus has got to be on slowing down their attack.
And Greg, for the Spurs, they're so competitive. It's inevitable. They just win year after year.
Yeah, but that big three of Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili, the all-time winningest trio in the history of our league, had a lot to do with it. And as that era comes to an end, they're doing a terrific job of just picking up new star talent without skipping a beat.
This is not an easy cover. Alec Burks incredibly aggressive down inside.
Anderson with the ball. You don't want him. Anderson passes to Forbes. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Exum kicks to Yarebko. To the middle. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
And you can blame it on a terrible defensive breakdown, one that could possibly swing the momentum here.
One shot, gentlemen.
On the free throw, no good.
And the Utah Jazz, historically, they've always been one of the better franchises in the NBA. And it was nice to see them back in the playoffs in 2017 after that 4-year rebuilding phase. It tied their longest playoff drought since the team moved to Utah.
Now, here's Burks. 9 points last game. Here's Ingles, and he uses the glass on the layup.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And this Jazz organization operating in a small market, but over the years, so competitive.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of times teams want to take shortcuts to contention. The Jazz know they're not going to win the free agent bidding wars. So that creates a kind of discipline that they're looking to build from within.
So it's Utah now after the basket by San Antonio. Now, here's Exum. He's tightly guarded. They set the screen. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Here's Forbes. That's tipped. They get it back. The kick out to Anderson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Jazz trail by 7. And here's Burks. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Exum kicks to Burks. Will not go. This is off the front iron. San Antonio leading by 7. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Anderson dishes to Gay. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Attacking the rack to great effect.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That's good from Rudy Gay.
And the length and athleticism Gay offers is exciting. I mean, terrific at scoring the ball, but he can also defend multiple positions.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now here's Parker. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Anderson. Second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Spurs lead by 10.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they've built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Spurs lead by 10. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And Derek Favors known for his work ethic, and he talked about his focus on developing his skills.
I just want to get better. I just want to keep improving as a player throughout the year, just get better, keep making strides, and keep getting better in every aspect of my game.
Well, the desire is there, and sounds like the commitment that he's showing is to how far, Greg, you think he can go?
Well, you talk about desire and commitment, and then you throw in the fact that he has the talent that can be built upon and improved. One big factor will be injuries. That's the big X factor that determines so many more careers than desire. Talent and commitment, you need to stay on the court.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
And through that first period, for me, their work on the glass has been the difference.
Well, they are pounding away on the backboards. Every time that ball goes up, they are ready to go after it.
On the floor for San Antonio, Laverne is out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's Tony Parker. Then there's Anderson. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. Now, here's Burks. Ingles, that's for two. Rebound by Tony Parker.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Exum kicks to Yarebko, and that comes off the assist by Exum. Yarebko's got his first 2 points.
Well, how about the outstanding vision from the crafty point guard, Dante Exum, seeing the floor beautifully.
Parker passes to Gay, feeds it to Forbes. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far.
Look, guys, Dante Exum was the number 5 pick by Utah back in 2014. He's yet to kind of deliver the consistent impact you might expect, but I think he'll get there.
Udo kicks to Exum. Shot off the screen. Laverne grabs the miss. Laverne's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Gay right side. Intercepted. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And for Exum, a torn ACL cost him the entire 2015-16 season. Doris, when he's right, in your mind, what makes him special?
Well, the combination of quickness at 6'6". This is what allows this guy to be able to penetrate and get by on the offensive end, but still stay in front of his man on the defensive end.
Now, here's Burks. He has 5. Now, Udo. 6 to shoot. Here's Exum. And the 3 off target.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And got to admire how Gay sees the floor. Effortlessly shredding the D on that drive. Just a fantastic penetrator.
So here's Burks after Rudy Gay's bucket. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. Doris, with the NBA draft becoming of greater interest to the casual fan, plenty of household names making big splashes. But who are some of the young players, as you take a look at the list, on the rise who have done it rather quietly, maybe without the headlines?
I think you'd have to look at a player like Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis, of course, the son of the great Arvydas Sabonis, has been around the game from the time he was born. And I think what you see with Domantas is this incredible feel for the game. Shot making, play making, rebounding ability, exceptional within the context of a system. I'd say quietly Sabonis is going to be a tremendous player.
I saw a lot of Clint Capella down in Houston in the playoffs last year. He comes to mind as well.
That's a great point. Guy runs the floor hard. He's the perfect foil for James Harden in the screen and roll action. That's another great example, Kev.
Here is Favors after Rudy Gay's bucket. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Favors.
Boy, that's the vision and ability to deliver precise passes. Rubio completely on point.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said, our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works. And beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the thing that really sticks out when you look at Derek Favors, his defensive versatility. You know, he can guard the 4s or the 5s on the inside or out. And to have a player like that allows your team to excel.
And how about the commitment of Gasol on the screen, doing whatever he can to open up shots for his teammates?
Rubio outside. Favors against Aldridge. And Favors kicks to Gobert. Outside Crowder. Fade away. He's off on that one. 90 that time from Leonard. Here's Green. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle too.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
And Danny Green, undrafted out of North Carolina. He's been a linchpin of the Spurs' great defense over his career.
You know, 6'6" with that 6'10" wingspan. This is a guy that can block shots like a big man, guards 3 positions, and one of the guys that we call the prototype when you talk about that 3 and D wing player.
And that one misses.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
And there's the 3-second violation. Spurs leading by 10. Here's Murray. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Portland.
And don't make a mistake. The 3 blocks had a huge impact on the game as well. It really turned the game in their favor.
Now Rubio. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Rubio dishes to Favors. Five on the clock. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Three-pointer, Crowder, nailed from three-point land. Crowder's got 8 points.
We know this. Jay Crowder is an effective shooter, someone who can shoot the 3 well. You've got to get into his space.
Murray, the pass to Gasol. Gobert with the block. Rubio outside, and the wide-open shot from Crowder. Tries again. Rejected by Gasol.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection.
And I would not be surprised to see them double him up here.
For San Antonio, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Free throw drops for Leonard. One trend we've seen, Doris, is the shift away from one primary ball handler toward a more collective approach. Do you think that change is here to stay?
Well, it'll be interesting. I do think the NBA is very much a copycat league. So you think back to the 90s and the slow down, grinded battles between the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks, to now the pace and space offenses that is so much fun for us to watch. What's the next evolution? We saw the San Antonio Spurs play big. Is there a team that wants to reformulate the NBA, find success? As you know, everybody's trying to beat the champ, and right now the champ is all about pace and space and equal opportunity offense.
Indeed. Now here's Favors. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. Clock at 4. Here's Mitchell. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Use the screen to free himself up and drill the jump shot.
Here's Leonard. Again, Leonard missing. Jazz trail by 8. To the paint. Here's Crowder, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And when you look at Jay Crowder, he kind of bridges that gap between role player / star player. The numbers might not wow you, but his tough play at both ends of the court is extremely valuable.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And Greg, wouldn't you agree, Crowder clearly one of the best in the NBA in defending?
Without question. I mean, this guy guards 3 positions every night. And the combination of strength, quick feet, and then the quick hands make him a problem.
And he sinks the second.
And Kevin, let's not forget, Jay Crowder is a former second-round draft pick. This guy has made his bones in the NBA by adding toughness to every team he's played on.
And the foul called on Danny Green. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Rubio with it. Outside Favors. And Gasol comes to help. Rejected by Gasol. Aldridge kicks to Murray. Aldridge dishes to Green. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Jazz trail by 9. Here's Mitchell. And there's the pass to Rubio. Shot off the pick, and he hits the jump shot. Rubio's got 6.
I tell you, so good at maintaining composure on the pick and roll. Rubio decides to take that one himself.
Murray kicks to Green. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight. That's good from Green. Jazz have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. Now here's Rubio. He's covered by Murray, and the shot's good from Crowder.
I think Crowder has shown an ability to get himself going. He's creative at finding different ways to score.
Aldridge with a screen on Rubio. Murray kicks to Leonard. From beyond the arc. Good D by Rubio. Jazz trail by 7. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Aldridge kicks to Green. Gasol passes to Green. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
For Utah, they have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And Mitchell drops them both. Spurs leading by 3. Gasol a screen. Leonard dishes to Gasol. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Gasol's got his second bucket tonight.
And it's really smart to get Gasol moving in these pick-and-roll plays. He's not only an amazing passer, but a terrific scorer as well.
Favors with the screen. Here's Rubio, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Rubio's got 10.
The defense making it way too easy for him on that jump shot. He'll take that all night.
Aldridge a screen. Leonard kicks to Murray. Gobert with the block.
An intimidating force who continues to wipe away shots with ease. Go to work, Rudy Gobert. I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
Leonard kicks to Murray. Second chance shot. Gobert with the block. 1:52 left in the first half of the game. Crowder against Leonard. Crowder the pass to Mitchell. Rubio dishes to Favors. 6 to shoot. Here's the floater. And Gasol sends it back. Outside Leonard. Shoots over Crowder. Gobert with the block. But they'll get another chance. Crowder against Leonard. Murray kicks to Aldridge. Pass to Leonard. Shoots over Crowder. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Aldridge. And that's 15 points for Leonard.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
And the Jazz call time here. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, you wonder if with this timeout they're going to shake things up defensively, because everything they've thrown at him to this point has not worked. He's on a roll.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Spurs.
And they took a balanced approach for the most part. They didn't get caught up in any one aspect of the game. They got their points all over the floor.
Now, here's Exum. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Udo kicks to Exum. Jazz passing it around. Rebko rebounded by the Spurs. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Passes it to Gay. They set the pick. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. .43 seconds left in the first half.
And a good opportunity here to go 2 for 1.
Let's see what they do here, Greg, right? Because you know they want to get a couple of possessions out of the time left.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
The Jazz have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group. Only around 75%.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Udo. And both free throws good for Udo.
And good job they're doing at the line this quarter. They'll need to continue converting those free throws.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And Anderson kicks to Parker. It's stolen by Udo. Here's Ingles. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Yeah, a big change of possession in a tight ball game. We'll see if they've seized the momentum.
It's good.
And Parker just super efficient at shooting from inside the paint with shots like that one.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the San Antonio Spurs. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
You know, just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, and making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He ended up with 15 points and 1 block. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave him a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
And Shaq, how do you think the Jazz were playing?
You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice shots. Those are some much-needed points, and it keeps them right in the game. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And we're just about ready for the start of the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll see you.
The streets and buildings of Salt Lake City lit up gorgeously as we welcome you back to the action here in Utah. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, the first half, what a thing of beauty. He was just living in the lane.
How special is it, Greg, to watch a guy who's able to get into the paint with speed and consistency? They cannot let him get inside like that.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Jazz trail by 3. The tough defending Favors and Gobert make up the big men. Mitchell is out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Crowder in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Nice shot by Gobert.
Rudy Gobert, an athletic monster. He fends off the defense with an amazing finish. Well, you look at the physique of Rudy Gobert, it's clear he's putting on more and more muscle. He's now over 250 pounds. The key is not just for holding position, but holding up physically in the rigors of the NBA.
Favors, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Jazz lead by 1.
Well, you like how Favors stays after it in that instance. When he's close to the bucket, boy, he's great at hustling for these second chance points.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs have never been the flashy team in the NBA. Tony Parker said beautiful basketball is playing the right way. Ball movement, pure, beautiful basketball is the way we've played. You have all sorts of fans, and there should be something for everybody. Kevin, he told me a long time ago, if we were in New York, people would love us.
And during Popovich's time in San Antonio, the Spurs have always played together, D.A. Got to respect their team-first approach to the game. Gobert with the block. Here's Mitchell, guarded by Green. And it's Mitchell missing. For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Puts it up from 12. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And that's now 17 points for Leonard. Rubio, the pass to Gobert. A stupendous finish in traffic. Gobert's got 6.
Now, Kevin, there's times where the defense has nothing for Rudy Gobert. He's too long and too polished.
Outside Aldridge. Green, the screen. Here's Murray. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Aldridge has got his 3rd assist on the night. Jazz trail by 3. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. A second chance effort. Goes up again, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Murray dishes to Gasol. He kicks to Green. Pass to Aldridge. Outside Leonard. Aldridge inside. He's guarded by Favors. Aldridge can't get it to go.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Now, here's Rubio. He's got 10. Here's Mitchell. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, easy call.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And the Jazz have been one of the more old-school franchises. Pounded inside, grind out victories. They're still a tough defensive team, but Doris, Coach Quinn Snyder is receptive to a wide-open style of play.
Right. Quinn wants them to play with pace, look for easy opportunities. He also likes power forwards who can stretch the floor. He understands that's the way the league is going, and he's on board with it.
Now the dish to Green. Gasol setting the pick for Green. Tipped away. Dishes to Mitchell from the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Mitchell's got the lead up to 4 now for Utah. Now here's Murray, covered by Rubio. Leonard, an easy 2 points on the layup. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he went all in there. He embraces the challenge and somehow finishes with the layup.
Rubio, the pass to Gobert. Rubio outside. 5 to shoot. Expanding his range. Rebound, San Antonio. Aldridge has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Murray kicks to Green. Over Rubio. Rubio with the rebound. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Doubled by Murray. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Murray's got it all tied up now for the Spurs. For Utah, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Favors with the screen on Green. Favors with the screen. Here's Mitchell. The Jazz with another miss.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
That one falls.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Here's Rubio. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Floats one up, and Rubio with the lay-in. Rubio's got 12.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
Leonard kicks to Green. And he banks in the layup. He's got 10.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
For Utah, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Gobert, the screen. And Rubio kicks to Mitchell. But they recover it. Crowder dishes to Rubio. The feed to Crowder. Kicks it to Mitchell. Favors with the screen. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. Number 5, the Spurs.
You know, when you make a mistake against this team, they make you pay. I mean, because they convert those turnovers into fast break points, and that really can be demoralizing.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's a good call, Greg. They need a fresh, new approach here.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And Forbes kicks to Gay. Anderson the screen. That's a 2 from Parker. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here's Burks. He's guarded closely. Just 5 on the clock. San Antonio with the rebound. Laverne's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Forbes the pass to Gay. Misses from close range.
Tremendous defense. Boy, they're putting an emphasis on not giving him a clean look inside.
That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Ingles. The Spurs have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. Parker kicks to Gay. Back to Parker. Gay left side. No good on that one. So Utah will take it the other way. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And San Antonio shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Here's Parker. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Tony Parker in the 2017 season with the lowest minutes per game average in his career. He was playing so well in the playoffs. I mean, historically well. Then, Greg, as we know, the quad injury in the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's pretty clear that 15-year run he's had as a starter, that window is rapidly closing, but still effective, just no longer the focal point that he once was.
That free throw, no good.
And Parker just so skilled at marching his way to the stripe. He just has an endless amount of cunning moves that consistently frustrate the opposition.
He hits the second from the line.
And Tony Parker in his prime, one of the best slashing point guards this league has ever seen. Just an outstanding finisher amidst the tall players. And one season, how about he almost led the league in points in the paint, a surefire Hall of Famer.
Now here's Exum, and the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Burks on the wing. 5 points in the game. He feeds it to Udo. Shot clock at 6. And here's Ingles outside. And he's good on the 3-ball. Ingles has got the game tied up here for the Jazz. And a bit of a down year for Tony Parker in 2017. His lowest 3-point percentage in 5 years. Lowest free throw percentage in 9.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to see him hitting threes at a higher clip. The previous couple seasons, he shot it up over 40%. And a great way, I think, to boost his offense, even though he has slowed down a bit.
Now, here's Burks. He dishes it to Udo. Urebko, the pass to Ingles. Here's Exum. Makes it off the glass. Exum's got his second basket.
Well, if you've got speed, use it. Dante Exum carves up the defense on the way to the cup.
Now here's Parker, guarded closely. Right wing. Here's Anderson. And the rejection by Udo. Got a piece of it. That one good for two. Here's Parker. 5 points in the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Anderson dishes to Gay. Feeds it to Parker. Comes up empty down low.
Boy, great job protecting the rim and turning an easy layup into a missed opportunity.
The pass to Udo. He kicks to Exum. Pass to Burks. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Burks has got his third bucket of the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And it's Laverne missing.
Boy, the defense gets into his head and alters his release when he really doesn't have to.
New 24 for Utah.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the boards.
Here's your Rebco. Ingles kicks to Exum. They set the pick. Parker with the steal. In transition, here come the Spurs. And he converts the layup. Parker's got 5 points now this quarter.
And Parker is the ultimate attacker in the open floor. He gets the ball and doesn't think twice about getting to the rim.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. So here's Burks following the score by Tony Parker. And here's Exum. And it's Rudy Gay with the rebound.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
Well, I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
Offensive rebound. Exum kicks to Burks. Here's your Repco. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Parker passes to Gay. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Extraordinary work from Parker to find his teammate for the open basket. His passing is just phenomenal.
And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's foul number 2 for him. Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Exum. No good trying to beat the buzzer. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Jazz leading by just 2. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
We can't forget about the boards. If we don't go to bodies, they're going to be at the rim all night.
And pretty unsurprising there, Greg Popovich reminding his guys to block out, play fundamental basketball.
Yeah, I mean, you work so hard at everything else. You have to finish the defense. It would be a crime to give up those extra possessions.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. Rudy Gay is out there with Anderson. Then there's Laverne. Then there's Parker. And it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. Before his injury, Rudy Gay had made some strides on the defensive end. In general, Greg, he doesn't get enough credit sometimes for his impact on that side of the ball.
Yeah, Gay has always been a great ball hawk. I mean, he's got long arms to pick off lazy passes. He gets a good amount of blocks for a wing player as well. Very much so underrated when you talk about his defense.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. Second free throw, no good.
And when you watch Rudy Gay out there on the court, you see just why he's always been a solid scorer in our league. I mean, any situation, any type of offense, he can find a way to get points, and really one of the more underrated players we have in our league.
Here's Parker after the basket by Utah. Here's the screen. Shoots over Exum. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut to just one on the basket from Tony Parker.
And Parker is a dead-eye jump shooter. You have got to D this guy up.
And with Rudy Gay, scoring, Greg, has never been a problem for him, has pretty much had the same level of production his entire career.
Yeah, and if you say that about some players, it's considered an insult, but it's a good thing for Gay. Usually will shoot in the mid-40s for this field goal percentage, and solid at that small forward position. Also a great ISO game.
San Antonio calls timeout. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. This is a close game, as you know, but he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move, right now. Kevin?
It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from LaMarcus Aldridge. The Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Rubio against Parker. And Parker comes with the help. It's Crowder on the wing. Shoots over Leonard. They get the rebound. And there's Favors putting it right back in. And the Jazz lead by 3.
And Kevin, I think as long as Derek Favors is in rhythm, you've got to get him the basketball. This is such a talented offensive player.
It's Gasol missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Green dishes to Aldridge. Back to Green to tie it up. Favors with the rebound. Favors got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Crowder kicks to Gobert. And the shot is long.
An obvious blunder by the defense that they get away with. Somebody's supposed to be checking him.
There's the screen. It's Parker with the drive. Aldridge. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists now in this one. Rubio, the pass to Favors. Favors with the screen. Favors with the screen on Green. Mitchell dishes to Favors. Here's Crowder. The Jazz again can't hit it.
I'll tell you, he's had a tough night. And if you're going to shake out of a slump, he's not going to do it with those kinds of shots.
Parker outside drills the three-pointer.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Gobert with the screen on Green. Here's Mitchell. The rebound by the Spurs. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Parker against Rubio. Green, the screen. Here's Gasol. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. And the Spurs lead by 4.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction, and the obvious result.
You simply can't give him that. You have to fight through the screen and at least get a hand in the face of the shooter.
Now here's Gobert. Here's Mitchell. Over Green. No good, unable to end this run.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Leonard kicks to Green. His three-pointers off the mark.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
He's been heating it up since the break, getting some excellent looks right now.
Gasol setting the pick for Parker. To the paint. Gobert with the block. Here's Green. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. The Spurs making a switch here. Murray's checked in. And he's good on the second. Here's Mitchell. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Favors with a screen on Aldridge. It's Crowder on the wing. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. 15 points for Jay Crowder.
Boy, Kev, don't you love the way Crowder works off the screen? He knows what spots to get to and where.
Aldridge a screen. Here's Leonard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Shooting 2.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Boy, he's just been so consistent, right? I mean, every time he's gotten to the stripe, he's delivered. This is great stuff.
And Favors kicks to Mitchell. Jazz passing it around. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
Boy, how comfortable is Rudy Gobert on the interior? The size and the score. Nice.
Aldridge a screen. Green passes to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Green dishes to Aldridge. Second chance shot, and it's Gasol with the bucket inside. Gasol's got 4 this quarter.
And really, Gasol just never stops attacking the boards, just utterly relentless at pounding the glass.
Now here's Favors. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Pau Gasol, one of the most skilled 7-footers this league has ever seen. Whether it's the low post, high post, flaring off picks, you want the ball in his hands.
And the first one at the line is good. And Pau Gasol, a very good perimeter shooter, starting to stretch his range out beyond that three-point arc.
Yeah, his face-up game is becoming more and more prominent. Working from that elbow, he's become more of a triple threat. He can shoot it, drive it, and pass at a high level.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Well, I think, Kevin, most people would say Derek Favors a throwback big man, right? The guy wants to be effective at posting up, but he can shoot the face-up jump shot as well.
Now, here's Rubio. Gobert with it. Gasol covering. And Gobert kicks to Crowder. Back to Gobert. Passes it to Mitchell. Favors with the screen. Clock at 4 to take the lead. And it's Mitchell missing. Spurs have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. Aldridge kicks to Murray. Back to Aldridge. Pass to Green. The dish to Gasol. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Here's Aldridge. Shot clock at 5. A 3 from Leonard. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Aldridge has got 4 assists now tonight.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Favors with the screen. And Rubio kicks to Crowder. Back to Rubio. Favors sets the pick for Rubio. To the inside. And a slam dunk by Favors.
I'll tell you, he can handle it. He can pass it. Rubio, the straw that stirs the drink.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Leonard with the ball. Favors picks him up. And the dunk by Aldridge. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Yeah, with the score this close, guys, I am shocked at the lack of defensive aggressiveness. That has to be shored up.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, just a matter of he needs to be there a split second earlier. Not much room for error when you're setting a screen.
Leonard attacking and stolen by Favors. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Yeah, you know, sometimes your gut tells you to take a shot at the pick and then big move to keep the pressure on.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, Kevin, make no mistake, Jay Crowder has a craftiness that allows him to pick up fouls on his way to the cup.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up.
Jay Crowder's such an efficient scorer, right, guys? I mean, this is one of the league's best finishers, especially for a guy 6'6".
And it's tied up with that one. And Doris, the three-pointer, a big part of Crowder's offensive game.
Well, no doubt. He's gotten better and better from out there. When you're shooting around 40% from deep range, that's getting it done.
Now, here's Aldridge. Gasol a screen. Dishes it to Murray. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
What a turnaround in the second half. So much more accurate overall.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Murray. Here's Mitchell. Gobert, the screen. Mitchell passes to Gobert. There's the feed to Rubio. With the teardrop, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Now here's Murray. Kicks to Green. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Now it's a 5-point Spurs lead.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Favors with the screen. Rubio outside. He feeds it to Favors. Favors with a screen on Leonard. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Rubio. Rubio can't get that one to fall.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
And it's Murray, that time on the assist by Gasol. Gasol's got 3 assists in the game. Crowder sets a screen for Rubio. Aldridge against Favors. And that time, also a missed shot.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Murray dishes to Leonard. Here's Aldridge. Off the left rim and out. Jazz trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Leonard on the wing. Defended by Crowder. Leonard kicks to Murray. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Here's Crowder. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Leonard. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that. .109
left in the fourth. And stolen by Aldridge. Now Green. He dishes it to Murray. Back to Green. At the elbow, it's Aldridge. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
His mid-range game is what sets Aldridge apart from the other bigs in our league. He's about as accurate a shooter as you'll find among players with his size.
Utah calls timeout. They trail by 9. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Parker's checked in for the Spurs. .52 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Favors. Looking to end the drought. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
So it's San Antonio now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Parker against Crowder. Left side, Leonard. Leonard draws the double and stolen by Favors.
And really nothing they can do now. They just got to play this one out.
No, it appears that this one is absolutely done. No sense wasting energy trying to come back.
Leonard with the ball. And so it's San Antonio with the win. A A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Rudy. Congrats on the win. What was working for you on offense tonight?
You know, I think our defense kind of got our offense into it. You know, we're that kind of team. Our defense makes our offense. We run the floor and we share the ball. So whenever we out there playing defense like we did today, we usually are in a good position.
Great performance tonight, Rudy. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.